Hello, hello. No bother, don't. No bother. Nice to hear from you. Anybody else that's out there? Let's have it on the chat. Evening, June. Hello, Richard. Nice to have you back. Here's our kid. Excuse me. Evening, Stephen. Evening, Jeanette. And the wolf. Okay. Well, there's Stacey there. Didn't catch you, Stacey. Evenings, mate. That looks like we've got a full house tonight. 6 teams. That's great stuff. We're going to give you our subjects for tonight. One's general knowledge. Two is literature. Three is pop. Four is names. Five's connections. Excuse me. Six is TV. Seven is sport. Eight is answer smash. Nine is words. And 10 is Greek letters. A nice little selection there. Okay, if everybody's ready, we'll start on round one, general knowledge. First question. In which year did the First World War end? In which year did the First World War end? Excuse me. Question two. What was the name of Dick Turpin's horse? What was the name of Dick Turpin's horse? Question three. From which creature is pâté de foie gras produced? From which creature is pâté de foie gras produced? Question four. The game of drafts is known as what in the USA? What are they called drafts in America? And question five. In which European capital are the Tivoli Gardens? In which European capital are the Tivoli Gardens? Question 2 is on literature. Literary animals. Literary animals. What type of animals are these characters from famous books? First one, Baloo from the Jungle Book. What type of animal is Baloo from the Jungle Book? Number 2, Hedwig from the Harry Potter novels. What type of creature is Hedwig from the Harry Potter novels? Excuse me. Lesson 3, Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle from the Tale of Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle from the Tale of Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. Number 4, Polynesia from the Dr. Dolittle books. Polynesia from the Dr. Dolittle books. Excuse me. And number 5, Richard Parker from The Life of Pi. What type of creature is Richard Parker from the novel Life of Pi? Get your answers down. Senders are ready through. Richard's ready. Dawn's ready. June's ready. Stacey's ready. Stephen's ready. And there's Eddie. Okay, what year did the First World War end? That was November the 11th, 1918. Dick Turpin's horse was called Black Bess. Pâté de foie gras is made from a goose. Drafts is known as checkers in the USA. And Tivoli Gardens are in Copenhagen. Literature, the literary animals, Baloo from the Jungle Book is a bear. Hedwig from the Harry Potter novels is an owl. Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle is a hedgehog. Polynesia is the parrot from Dr. Dolittle. And Richard Parker from Life of Pi is a tiger. Richard's got 9. Ooh, too many all coming up at once. Dawn's got 10. Eddie's got 10. Stacey's got 8. Stephen's got 6. And June's got 9. Oh, Stephen down in last place for the minute, Stephen. Bad round for yous on 6. Stacey on 8. Richard and June on 9. And Eddie and Dawn out in the lead at the minute on 10 out of 10. Okay, we're going to round 3, which is pop music. Which one of these 3 songs by a given artist did not reach number 1 in the UK charts? I'll give you an artist, I'll give you 3 of their hit songs. 2 of them made number 1, 1 didn't. Just name the one that didn't make number 1. This one, the artist is The Police. The records are Message in a Bottle, Walking on the Moon, or Invisible Sun. The Police, Message in a Bottle, Walking on the Moon, or Invisible Sun. Excuse me. Number 2, fabulous Adele. Adele, Someone Like You, Skyfall, or Easy on Me. Which one didn't make number 1? Someone Like You, Skyfall, or Easy on Me. Number 3, Slade. You know the great Slade? 'Cause I Love You, Goodbye to Jane, and Squeeze Me, Please Me. 'Cause I Love You, Goodbye to Jane, and Squeeze Me, Please Me. All of those titles misspelt, obviously, which is what Slade used to do. Number 4, Tom Jones. Tom Jones. And Delilah, It's Not Unusual, of Green Green Grass of Home. Delilah, It's Not Unusual, Green Green Grass of Home. Number 5, the great David Bowie. David Bowie, Ashes to Ashes, The Gene Genie, or Let's Dance. Ashes to Ashes, Gene Genie, or Let's Dance. Excuse me. Right, round 4, is on names. Murray's. Murray's. These are clues to famous people with the surname Murray. Okay, so it's the Christian names we're looking for, obviously. Famous people with the surname Murray. First one. He starred in many comedy films, including Caddyshack and Ghostbusters. This actor starred in comedy films, including Caddyshack and Ghostbusters. Surname Murray. Number two, comedian often called the pub landlord. Comedian often known as the pub landlord. Number three, a popular singer of the 1950s from Northern Ireland, whose name has been adopted into Cockney rhyming slang. Popular singer of the 1950s from Northern Ireland, whose name has been adopted into Cockney rhyming slang. Number four, DJ who presented a Boxing Day special on Boom Radio in 2022 at the age of 97. DJ who presented a Boxing Day special on Boom Radio in 2022 at the age of 97. And number five, the mother of the 2013 and 2016 men's Wimbledon title. Mother of the 2013 and 2016 men's Wimbledon title. Well, they are all Murrays. You just want the Christian names or the first names. June's ready. Richard's ready. Stacey ready. Dawn ready. Stephen ready. Hey, there's a wacky. Okay, the pop music. Which song did not reach number one? For the Police, it was Invisible Sun. Didn't make number one. Adele, Skyfall, the Bond theme. Didn't make number one. Slade, Goodbye to Jane was the one that didn't make number one. For Tom Jones, it was Delilah. It's not unusual. Green Green Grass of Home, both number ones. Delilah wasn't. And David Bowie, classic track, the Jean Genie, but it didn't make number one. And the Murrays, starred in Caddyshack and Ghostbusters, was Bill Murray. The pub landlord is Al Murray. The singer from Northern Ireland, whose name's been adopted into Cockney rhyming slang, the great Ruby Murray. I love a Ruby Murray myself. The DJ who presented a Boxing Day special in 2022 at the age of 97 was Pete Murray. He was old when I was young, Pete Murray. And the mother of the 2013 and 2016 men's Wimbledon titles is the horrible Judy Murray. I don't know why, I just don't like her. Right, let's have your scores. Eddie scored 9, that gives you 19. Richard scored 9, that gives you 18. Stacey 6 gives you 14. Dawn 9 gives you 19. Stephen, that's better. Stephen 9 brings up to 15. And June 7 gives you 16. No, still got Eddie and Dawn out in the lead on 19 points. Going to round 5, connections. Maybe a bit of a toughie, this one, but I don't know. I never know you clever people out there. Question 1. Which author wrote the books The Odessa File and The Day of the Jackal? Which author wrote the books The Odessa File and The Day of the Jackal? Number 2. Name the long-running team captain of Mock the Week, who also stars in Not Going Out and Outnumbered. Long-running team captain of Mock the Week, who also stars in Not Going Out and Outnumbered. Ha. You know what they say, Richard, if you can't be good, be lucky. Number 3. The 3 original judges on the X Factor were Simon Cowell, Sharon Osbourne, and who? The 3 original judges on the X Factor were Simon Cowell, Sharon Osbourne, and who? Question 4. Who is the lead singer of The Miracles? Who is the lead singer of The Miracles? And question 5, what connects those four answers? What connects those four answers? If you haven't got all four, you might find the connection and guess the other one. If you haven't got any of them, you're stuck. Question 6 is on TV. This one might be up Richard Street, this one, I think, maybe. It's Star Trek. Star Trek. I know he's a bit of a Whovian the other week. I don't know whether he's a Trekkie as well. Question 1. Who was the creator of Star Trek? Who was the creator of Star Trek? Number 2. James T. Kirk. What is Captain Kirk's middle name? James T. Kirk. T for Tango. What is Captain Kirk's middle name? Questions 3 and 4. Excuse me. After the original series had ended, what were the titles of the next 2 Star Trek series on TV? After the original series was finished, there was a little short bit where there was an animated thing, I think, but then I went back to proper TV series. What were the titles of the next 2 Star Trek series on TV? And question 5. Which actor played Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek? Which actor played Captain Jean-Luc Picard? When you've got your answers, send us ready. Then right into your hands this week again, Richard. Yeah, Richard's ready. Stacey's ready. Dawn's ready. June's ready. Stephen's ready. Oh, and Eddie ready straight away there. Okay, the connections. The book's The Odessa File and Day of the Jackal, written by Frederick Forsyth. The team captain of Mock the Week and Sarabnell going out and outnumbered was Hugh Dennis. Three original X Factor judges were Simon Cowell, Sharon Osbourne, and Louis Walsh. Lead singer of the Miracles was Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. And the connection was UK TV quiz show hosts Bruce Forsyth, Les Dennis, Bradley Walsh, and Robinson. If you put TV personalities, I suppose I would give you that, but specifically TV quiz show hosts. In Star Trek, the creator of Star Trek was Gene Roddenberry. James T. Kirk, it's Captain James Tiberius Kirk. The next two Star Trek TV series were The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. And Jean-Luc Picard was played by Patrick Stewart. Went on to further fame in Tetley Teabag commercials. Richard 8 gives you 26. Dawn 7 gives you 26. Stacy 10 gives you 24. Don't sound surprised when Stacy I just got the 10. Oh, Richard only got 7, so that's 25. Right, so it's 25. Eddie 8 gives you 27. Stephen 8 gives you 23. And June 7 gives you 23. It's all closing up there. And just in the lead on 27 points, there's Eddie. Okay, we're going to question 7 on sport. Everybody's favourite subject, I know that. Sports just miscellaneous this week. Could be about anything, really. Question 1. Which sportsman became known as the Crafty Cockney? Which sportsman became known as the Crafty Cockney? Question 2. What is generally accepted to be the world's oldest golf course? What is generally accepted to be the world's oldest golf course? Yeah, well done in that round. It was 2 rounds, Stacey. I thought they were quite difficult rounds. Did really well there. Number 3, Sergei Bubka broke the world record over 30 times in which event? Sergei Bubka broke the world record over 30 times in which event? Number 4, name the Scottish swimmer who set a 200-meter backstroke record in the Montreal Olympics. Name the Scottish swimmer who set a 200-meter backstroke record in the Montreal Olympics. Question 5. Which UK competitor leapt to fame at the Calgary Winter Olympics in 1988? Which UK competitor leapt to fame at the Calgary Winter Olympics in 1988? Excuse me. Okay, question 8 is answer smash. I think everybody knows this one. 2 clues. The end of the first answer is the start of the second answer. So we just need to smash them together. First one. American footballer charged with the murders of his ex-wife and her friend. And the song that was a 1968 top 10 hit for Dusty Springfield. American footballer charged with the murders of his ex-wife and her friend. And the song that was the 1968 top 10 hit for Dusty Springfield. Number 2. Excuse me. An American ensemble cast of puppet characters created by Jim Henson. The 1983 horror novel by Stephen King was turned into a 2019 film. American ensemble cast of puppet characters created by Jim Henson. 1983 horror novel by Stephen King turned into a 2019 film. Excuse me. Question 3. The actor who played Uncle Albert in TV's Only Fools and Horses, and in 1989 film that starred Kevin Costner and Burt Lancaster, was actually Burt Lancaster's last role. The actor who played Uncle Albert in TV's Only Fools and Horses, and the 1989 film starred Kevin Costner and Burt Lancaster in his last role. Excuse me. Question 4. An American sitcom starred Melissa Joan Hart as a 16-year-old who has magical powers, and a 1967 top 10 hit for the Small Faces. US sitcom starred Melissa Joan Hart as a 16-year-old who has magical powers, and a 1967 top 10 hit for the Small Faces. And number 5, country with the world's longest coastline, and the British television sitcom written by Jimmy Perry and David Croft starred Arthur Lowe and John Le Mesurier. Country with the world's longest coastline, British television sitcom written by Jimmy Perry and David Croft starred Arthur Lowe and John Le Mesurier. You get your answers, senders already. Stacey ready, Richard ready, Dawn ready. June ready. Stephen ready. Excuse me. Mr. Eddie. There you go. Okay, the sport. The crafty cockney was Eric Bristow, the darts player. The world's oldest golf course is St Andrews. Sergei Bubka broke the world record over 30 times in the pole vault. Scottish swimmer set the 200-metre backstroke in the Montreal Olympics was David Wilkie. And the UK competitor who leapt to fame at the Calgary Winter Olympics in 1988, Eddie the Eagle Edwards. Excuse me. Answer smashed. The American footballer charged with murder of his ex-wife from a song that was a hit for Dusty Springfield. That was O.J. Simpson, Son of a Preacher Man. O.J. Simpson and Son of a Preacher Man. O.J. Simpson, Son of a Preacher Man. American ensemble cast of puppet characters created by Jim Henson in the 1983 horror novel by Stephen King, The Muppet Cemetery. Muppets and Pet Cemetery. And cemetery in the novel is spelled with an S as well. No, that's American spelling. The actor who played Uncle Albert in Only Fools and Horses and 1989 Kevin Costner Burt Lancaster film, that was Buster Merryfield of Dreams. Buster Merryfield of Dreams. American sitcom starred Melissa Joan Hart and the 1967 top 10 hit for the Small Faces. That was Sabrina the Teenage Witchy Coo Park. Quite hard to say that. Sabrina the Teenage Witchy Coo Park. Sabrina the Teenage Witch in Witchy Coo Park. And the country with the world's longest coastline and a British television sitcom starred off our own John Missouri, Canada's Army. Canada and Dad's Army. Canada's Army. That's hard to see as well. Okay, scores. Richard scored 8. That's 33. Dawn 9. That's 35. Eddie is 7 to 34. Stacey on that cracking round 9, 33. Stephen 8, 31. And June 8, 31. Getting very close. Only 4 points between everybody. Still just out in the lead on 1 point is Dawn. And we're going to our last 2 rounds. Question 9 on words. Acronyms. Those words that are made up of the initial letters of other words. So question 1. In the airline acronym Qantas, what does this T stand for? Is it terminals, territory, or travel? In the airline acronym Qantas, what does the T stand for? Terminals, territory, or travel? Excuse me. Question 2. In the education acronym EFL, what does the L stand for? Is it learning, lesson, or language? The education acronym EFL, Echo Foxtrot Lima, what does the L stand for? Learning, lesson, or language? Question 3. In the business acronym ACAS, what does the C stand for? Control, concessionary, conciliation. The business acronym ACAS, what does the C stand for? Control, concessionary, or conciliation? Number 4, in the political acronym COBRA, what does the R stand for? Is it rapid, room, or recovery? The political acronym COBRA. What does the R stand for? Rapid, room, or recovery? And number 5, in the US police acronym SWAT, what does the T stand for? Is it threat, tactics, or terror? The US police acronym SWAT, what does the T stand for? Threat, tactics, or terror? And number 10 on Greek letters. First part, which is the third letter in the Greek alphabet and is the name for a type of electromagnetic wave? It was the third letter in the Greek alphabet and is the name for a type of electromagnetic wave. Question 2. Which Italian sports brand shares its name with a letter of the Greek alphabet? Which Italian sports brand shares its name with a letter of the Greek alphabet? Question 3. What name is given to the triangular land formed by sediment deposited at a river mouth? What name is given to the triangular land formed by sediment deposited at a river mouth? Question 4. The meaning in English of which Greek letter means a very small amount? Meaning in English of which Greek letter means a very small amount? Question 5. What Greek letter is used to describe the dominant male animal in a particular group? What Greek letter is used to to describe the dominant male animal in a particular group. June ready, Dawn ready, Richard ready. Stephen ready. Stacey ready. And ready. There we go. Here are my 9 words, acronyms. The T in Qantas stands for territory. It's Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. The education acronym EFL, the L stands for language. It's English as a foreign language. The business acronym ACAS, the C stands for conciliation. It's the Advisory, Conciliation and Arbitration Service. Political acronym COBRA, the R stands for Room. It's Cabinet Office Briefing Room A. So those COBRA meetings that Boris Johnson didn't bother to go to, because COVID didn't exist. And in the US police acronym SWAT, what does the T stand for? That's tactics. Excuse me, special weapons and tactics. Greek letters. The third letter of the Greek alphabet is gamma. This is a type of electromagnetic wave, a gamma wave. The Italian sports brand is Kappa. Kappa. Triangular land formed by sediment deposited at the mouth of a river is a delta. Meaning in English, which Greek letter means a very small amount, that's iota. Not 1 iota. And the Greek letter used to describe the dominant male animal in a particular group is the alpha male. Alpha male. When you've got your final scores, send them through. Ooh, Eddie, 6 gives you 40. Stephen, 9 gives you 40. Dawn, 8 gives you 43. Richard, 10 gives you 43. Stacey, 9 gives you 42. And June, 7 gives you 38. Well, a phenomenal last round from Richard there. Means Richard and Dawn are tied in first place on 43 points. Stacey in third place on 42. Stephen and Eddie on 40 and June on 38. Noting it, some great scores this week. Good quizzing, people. Well done. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, we'll see you all next week. Same time, same channel. Cheers, Stephen. Hopefully see you all next week. Okay, good night, everybody. God bless.